Community members gathered in San Luis Obispo Thursday evening to show solidarity for the March for Palestine rally. Covering your community, I'm KSBY News reporter Eduardo Huijon Jr. Rally organizers say pressure is on President Biden and Congress to stop airstrikes in Gaza. That's right, Richard. The San Luis Obispo County Clerk Recorder Elena Cano tells me that voters have been stopping by all day to drop off their ballots at the drive-up drop box. A kayaker encountered a gray whale in a bit of an unusual place. The Marine Mammal Center has gotten several calls about the whale inside the harbor. Peace Soup Anderson's, a longtime Central Coast staple, has temporarily closed, leaving many community members and tourists with heavy hearts. Senator Monique Limon is working on a new law aimed at reducing massive wildfires in California. This building here along Shell Beach Road has been vacant for nearly 7 years, but that may soon change as it's in the process of becoming a mixed-use development. House of Pride and Equality is hosting its 6th annual Santa Maria Pride at the Santa Maria Fair Park on Sunday. Here's what you can expect to see. The City Council will be considering a new hotel. Council members will be taking up an application for a new Holiday Inn Express and consider its impact on the local economy. I'm Eduardo Huijon Jr., your community reporter in Morro Bay, where a kayaker encountered a gray whale in a bit of an unusual place. The Marine Mammal Center has gotten several calls about the whale inside the harbor.
I can see him underwater, Mike. Oh my God.
Los Osos resident Steve Harrell says he's heard about the whale, so he decided to go kayaking in Morro Bay with his friend Mike. And the whale made an unexpected visit.
I was just sitting there, and he said, I think it's coming at you. We were literally just floating, waiting around, watching, see where it would come up. And it went under the bow of my kayak. And I was filming down next to me. It was like 3 feet, from my boat.
The Marine Mammal Center says they have received multiple reports on their hotline about the gray whale that wandered into the harbor. And it's typical to see them swimming along the coast as they migrate north.
For the last few days now, we've gotten reports about a gray whale in Morro Bay. And during this time of year, it's a normal time to see gray whales along our California coast. Currently, they're making their northern migrations to their feeding grounds in the Arctic.
Harold says the kayak encounter was a lot different than whale watching on a boat.
Well, I certainly did get lucky, but, I've been pretty unlucky in the past, going on whale watching trips and stuff where, you'd see a whale, but nothing really that close.
The Marine Mammal Center is working with community partners in the area to monitor the whale's condition as it moves around inside the harbor.
It's in the harbor moving freely, so right now there isn't any concern, and we're working with our partners at Harbor Patrol in Morro Bay as well with NOAA to discuss and make sure that all parties know what the situation is.
Kevin Winfield, the owner of Subsea Tours, is hoping all boaters keep from disturbing any wildlife. He says it's best to observe them from a distance.
If you're in a boat or something, you want to stay well away from the whale. You don't want to bother them at all like that. But I know people have been seeing them in the north end by the north and south T pier.
The Marine Mammal Center is asking the public to call their hotline if they see any wildlife in distress. In Morro Bay, I'm Eduardo Huijon Jr., KSBY News.
Cal Poly officials are asking the public to be respectful with their animals after a concerning video circulated online this week. The video showing one young adult attempting to ride a horse owned by the university and being bucked off shortly after. KSBY's Eduardo Huijon Jr. checked in with staff and students and has the latest on the incident.
The Cal Poly College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences is once again reminding the public about keeping their distance from campus animals after receiving a video of several people trespassing and harassing horses over Memorial Day weekend. The video footage displayed on their Instagram showed a girl attempting to ride one of the yearlings in a pasture near Slack Street. Others were seen taking pictures and petting the animals. Staff and students in the program say yearling horses are too young to be ridden, and members of the public attempting it can disrupt their future training.
We work really hard to get these animals prepared to be started under saddle, and it's a really rewarding experience to work with them and be able to build that bond. And so seeing students or people come in and kind of mess with that timeline definitely is a little upsetting.
It just makes it hard when we have instances like this, especially when students who are in the classes or are on the equestrian teams are trained and monitored and supervised and get to learn so much. Just to have, someone who is not a part of these classes just think they're having a good time and really cause a problem for us.
These types of interactions can be dangerous for both the horses and those who are not supposed to be handling them.
If the horse got scared and ran into the fence or did something to hurt himself, we have no way of telling how dire those injuries could have been or how long lasting they could have been, as well as the individual herself. If she was hurt, I don't know, but it could have been. I've seen the video and it definitely could have been worse.
No public access signs are clearly displayed around the pasture.
It's pretty easy to see the posted signage and just be respectful of it.
And it's for both the horses and for those individuals. We want everyone to be safe, and it's hard to do that when rules are being broken.
Staff members say if you want to interact with the horses, there are appropriate ways to get involved.
If you want to come take a peek, admire them from this side of the fence, even if you do want to take a selfie from this side of the fence, I'm sure they'll stay in the background.
Reach out to someone involved at the animal units and get that experience, and if it's not something that you're interested in, then we just kindly ask that you observe our horses from afar.
The Cal Poly College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences is also asking the public to call campus police if anyone disturbs the horses or other animals on campus. In San Luis Obispo, I'm Eduardo Huijon Jr., KSBY News.